and welcome back to another episode of my F1 My Team career mode. We're at Hungary today, which is probably the worst track on the game. I just thought I'd quickly show you here who I'm thinking for my next teammate. I was looking along the Lance Stroll, George Russell, but I think I've settled on Giovinazzi. I think I will be signing the Italian for next season. Lundgaard doesn't really do anything, or not enough anyway. And I think the young Italian will be able to push our team further on. Let's jump into some qualifying and see where we can qualify around Hungary. Right, I'm going to show you my best lap. It was my first lap, and as you just saw straight away as I look behind me, I have smoke coming out of my engine. Now, I changed my components for practice and I forgot to change them back. So we're pretty much guaranteed 22nd, and you'll tell that by the fact that I don't even complete this lap. I'm pretty sure I just cut it. I go around the lap a little bit just to have a look, because obviously I don't do practice, so I need to get kind of used to the track before the race. But yeah, I don't know how often I look behind me, but the engine's absolutely knackered. So I don't complete qualifying, I just quit out and I start P22 at the back at Hungary at the race. Pretty annoying really, just because I forgot to change the components, but that's my mistake. And I will try not to do it again, because it obviously made me start from the back at a circuit that I'm not very good at in the first place. So whenever I cut, let's go to the race. Right, strategy wise, I think we're going to just start on mediums and go on to hards. 35 laps, we hit the red lights and we are underway. Let's get going. We've got Stroll in P20, Lundgaard in P21. I can only imagine Stroll got a penalty. We're going to try and look up the inside going into turn 1, see what we can do. We get past Stroll, we get all the way up to P17. And there is Giovinazzi, the Alfa Romeo driver, hopefully soon to be the South Blues racing driver. We do go up the inside of the Italian, letting him know we're here, and we move up to P16. So we've made 6 overtakes on the first couple of corners, first sector. And we'll see where we go from here. We've got Ocon our sights. Can we get him? Looks like he might just be slowly putting away already. Let's have a little look at the replay of the race start. As you can see there, the Mercedes, well, Bottas got away quite well. Lewis Hamilton started in P10. Lando Norris started in P5. Max second. As you can see on the left hand side, you'll see our names shoot up to, I think it was 16th from the start. We don't quite get past Gasly. Giovinazzi in 16th, obviously. We get past him in the next corner. Up to P16, Nikita Mazepin 18, Russell 19, Lance Stroll 20th, Latifi 21st, and Lundgaard stuck at 22nd. Here we see a spin. I think that's George Russell. Could have been Latifi. I think it was Latifi, because he was further down the pack than everybody else. But if you're wondering why there's a Williams driver on the map so far behind everyone, the reason is because of that spin. We've still got our sights on Ocon, who is on medium, so if we're ever going to get him, we need to get him soon. Gasly we probably wouldn't get because he's on softs. We'll have to wait for him to pit.
DRS is being enabled this lap. We can use DRS.
DRS does get enabled on lap 3.
And in the DRS zone.
Got Mick Schumacher up there in P13. We'll see what the Haas driver does towards the end of this race. Run a little bit wide there as we're chasing down Ocon. You can tell by this circuit that the AI, just as Silverstone, as we run wide again, we get a warning. The AI are just really good. The sweeping right hand, or the sweeping corners, not necessarily a right hand one, but the sweeping corners AI are just ridiculous at. They get an insane traction out of it, and they manage to just keep pace through it, whereas you can't do it as a racer, especially on pad anyway. a lot harder on the controller than it would be with the steering wheel. Alright, lap 8 now. Schumacher's in 8th, Ocon's in 9th. We're in 10th because obviously a few cars have pitted. We've got Checo Perez behind us. Will we get Hamilton and Vettel? Looks like we will. We're going to get Leclerc. We do get Leclerc. So we're up to P7. Obviously, we are going for the one stop as I think that's Perez tries to go up the inside of us. I can't remember if I fight him. Probably best not to fight him. We try and keep our wheels on the inside, but wheels to wheels. We go around this first sector. He pushes us wide, and we manage to keep the position. Obviously, we've both got to pit once more, so we are actually fighting for position here. Obviously, we're not fighting the Red Bulls, but like I said, we are fighting for position. So the longer we can stay ahead of him, Leclerc, Hamilton, the better, in my eyes anyway. Lap 9 now, following lap. We run a little bit wide there. Perez is going to get a good run on us here. He's going to send it up the inside of the chicane. We're going to try and go around the outside, but Perez does get the move done. We also have Leclerc going up the inside. We managed to defend the Ferrari driver. Let's have a look at the replay of Perez here. He almost doesn't make the chicane. He goes across that and then has to lift to go up around that one and manages to just keep the position over us, which is annoying. But as you can see, he's already 2 seconds up the road, so we didn't really need to be fighting with him. Looks like Carlos Sainz is going to come out of the pits ahead of us here. We're going to try and defend Leclerc into turn 1, which we managed to do so. Looks like Sainz will be going to the end of the race on those hard tyres. 25 laps to go. I think we're pitting around 16. Obviously we're going on to hards. I was thinking of like a 2-stop, but I think track position's probably best around here because there's not really many places to overtake. As you can see, us fighting with the Haas driver. Is that also that window? I'm not sure. I didn't see the number. Right, lap 16. Is this our pit lap? It is our pit lap. So we're coming in at P9.
Christian is coming in for his stop.
Unfortunately, Lundgaard does pit at the same time as us. I think we were expected to pit a lap later. But, I mean, it's dog out here. Fighting, I don't know if it's Sonoda. I think it is Sonoda because I think Gasly comes out of the pits in a few laps later. Well, there's some good fighting with Sonoda here. I'd like to say that my car is roughly, yeah, it is Sonoda, as you can see Gasly's in the pits now. I'd like to say that my car is on par with the AlphaTauris, or if not, I'd like it to be on par with the AlphaTauris. Because again, we're wheel to wheel with Sonoda. We have been for at least 2 laps. We're fighting on, we're holding on. He's on the mediums, we're on the hards. I'm pretty sure he's going to the end on that tyre. As you can see, the Alphas behind us. Is that a Haas in there? There's another AlphaTauri behind us as well. The Sonoda goes for a move. We're going to try and outbrake him. We go round the outside of the... Oh, that was close. We go around the outside and we hold on to our position on lap 24. You now got Giovinazzi and Gasly behind us as again we hold on to the position over Sonoda.
Gap to car in front is 11.0 seconds.
I don't think it'll be long until Gasly gets past Giovinazzi.
We're not racing the car behind. Let them past when you can.
As you can see here, blue flag conditions. We have to let Bottas through. And Verstappen is not too far behind him. We'll have to let him through as well. We are currently holding him up, but there's not really anywhere to let him pass without losing time to Tsunoda ourselves. We'll let him through on the straight, but like I say, we don't want to lose too much time to Tsunoda. Max, you got to get past here, mate. We go wide to allow him to get past, and we make contact with Tsunoda. I don't know if there's any damage on either car. We tried to go up the inside as we let Max Verstappen through, but we managed to fight it. Gasly has now got past Giovinazzi. 7 laps to go. And we shoot up the inside of Tsunoda on the next lap and manage to hold our position. It's one of the Williams out of the race, 63. I think that's Latifi. Don't hold me to that, I'm not sure. Anyone knows what number Russell is? Let me know. Okay, lap 29. We're now fighting Gasly in P14. He has managed to get past his teammate. We're going to go defensive into turn 1. He's going to try and go round the outside. We're not going to let him. And we managed to hold the position. Now both the AlphaTauris behind us will be fighting for position. Tsunoda's ahead, now Gasly's ahead, now Tsunoda's ahead. Okay, lap 30 here. We go really wide and Gasly hits us and flies into the wall. We're going to take a look at a replay in a second. The safety car has been deployed. I don't think this is my fault. We'll look at the replay. We're really wide. We've got the racing line and Gasly just drives into the side of us. Let's have a look from Gasly's perspective. I think he's just going around that corner a bit too fast. I don't pull across. The only time my car comes across is after the contact. It's because he's hit my back right wheel. Safety car has been deployed. Gasly loses his front wing. And I was hoping the safety car would let us past so we can unlap ourselves. But unfortunately, the game didn't let us. And we're stuck behind Bottas and Verstappen, which basically rules out us catching Stroll and Ocon. We were never going to do it on track, but with a safety car we might have been lucky. Unfortunately, now they're going to be a lap ahead of us. So P13 is the absolute maximum I can get in this race now, which is annoying with 4 laps to go. A safety car could have been nice for a bit of racing. Right, safety car is coming in. There is 3 laps left. I've only got 2 laps because obviously I have been lapped.
Okay, the incident has been cleared. Let's get back up to racing speed.
I get a good restart on Tsunoda. I'm going to try and just hug Verstappen if I can. Obviously he's got a much faster car than me, and as you can see at the top left, Stroll is 1.25 seconds, well, 1 minute 25 seconds ahead of us. Simply because they're at the back of the pack, we're at the front of the pack. We're never going to catch up. It's all about defending now. But as you can see, everyone's going to get blue flag conditions, so everyone's going to be slowing up and letting the lap cars get past. Let's have a look at this replay here. Look, the Haas driver's slowing down, Lundgaard's slowing down, the McLarens are going through, the Aston Martins are going through, the other McLarens going through. Everyone's got confused with the blue flags. And I've got to let Perez through here. I let him through on this straight. I've also got to let Leclerc through. And once we get onto the next lap, we've got 1 lap to go as we let Leclerc through. 1 lap to hold on. We've got to let Hamilton through now. We don't want to be getting a penalty for not allowing, not listening to blue flag conditions. I think up next is Fernando Alonso in P6, the Alpine. It's good points from the Alpine there. It is a bit strange because everyone's letting everyone through. We've now gained 4 seconds on Tsunoda because he's let Vettel and Ricciardo through, as we obviously just did. We've now got Lando Norris coming up the inside. We've also got to let him through. It's close. We're going to almost have to let Stroll through, but also fight the position to Gasly and Tsunoda.
There's 3 laps of fuel
It's
remaining.
interesting that Gasly has managed to get himself back up to P14 after losing the front wing and pitting for softs. You've got Schumacher behind us now. Mick Schumacher in the Haas is going to lap us in this race. We have to let him through. Ocon, who's in P11, who realistically I should be trying to overtake, is about to lap us, but we're going to try and hold on to it as we go around the final 2 corners. As I can see Gasly behind us as well. Gasly is 2 cars back, so if we let any more cars through, it might jeopardise our own position in the race as we come across the line in P13.
Alright, race over. Take care of the car on the way in.
So Mercedes have won it, and what a great race it was. And talk to me, what do you think it was that sealed the win for them?
Well, they played the safety car to absolute perfection. There are so many factors to worry about once the race is neutralised. I mean, do you pit for fresh rubber? Do you have the space behind you? How much fuel can you save? If you answer all of those questions correctly, you'll have a good chance. And that's exactly what happened today.
And I can see the drivers starting to approach the podium for the victory celebrations. A real team victory today. Everybody played their part. Congratulations then to Mercedes, your race winners today. How this result affects the Drivers' Championship. It wasn't the best weekend for our championship leader, and their advantage at the top has been reduced. Some amazing talent out on the track today, but Anthony, who would you pick as your driver of the day?
I'm going to give it to the owner driver today. There was a lot going on all down the field.